Welcome to Guilford Sheriff 911. We have a very interesting show for you tonight, and we've got two very special guests in the studio with us, and I think you're going to be glad to see them and glad to hear what they've got to say. You know, one of the things that has been come up a lot lately is about animal cruelty, and one of the girls that we have in the studio with us tonight have been the victim, and the other one basically has been her savior. Our guest tonight is Donna Lawrence and her friend Susie. Now, you've heard about Susie and what happened with her and how she was mistreated, and to be quite frank with you, she's become Guilford County's girlfriend, as well as dogs and animal lovers all across the state, because I'm telling you that things have happened and are happening, changes are being made, and a lot of it has to do with this young lady. And a lot of it has to do with the young lady who is now her handler and owner. Welcome. Donna, glad to have you with us.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Tell me a little bit about how you got involved with Susie and what happened.
Well, when Susie came into the shelter that day, Roberta Wall, her foster mom, called me and she said, "You're not going to believe what's coming to the shelter today," because she knew I was an animal lover. We're kind of in this business group together. And I was like so hurt over this, you know, and so I got to helping Roberta with her. I started keeping her on the weekends. I kept her when she went on vacation, and I just fell in love with her, you know. So and we just bonded so well. We just had so much in common. Believe it or not, you have something in common with the dog. And
oh, I do believe it. I very much so.
So that's what really attracted me to her, was we share similar stories, and that's what attracted me to her, because I was attacked by a pit bull a couple of years ago. And I don't blame the dog, I blame the owners, because it was abused and abandoned and tied to a tree for 5 years. And I tried to help the dog, and when I did, it attacked me and went into a full attack, but tried to kill me. But anyway, it gave me like a fear of dogs for a while, and when I met Susie, it's like she helped me overcome my fears. She was so fun and loving and outgoing, and she wasn't afraid. And I thought, wow, you know, a dog not afraid, you know, after going through the torture that she went through.
You would think they'd be terribly afraid.
If she can do it, I can do it, you know. And she seemed to forgive humans for what happened to her, and it's just like she was living the very moment. She wasn't living in the past at all.
Tell our viewer what happened to her.
Well, Susie was found last August in a park. She was burned, beaten, barely alive when they found her. 60% of her body was burned, and second and third degree burns. Her ears were burned off, as you can see. She has a scar all the way down her back and on her stomach. And when they found her, she had over 300 maggots in her open wounds.
Wow.
That had to be picked out, which was very painful, you know, for her. So she was in a lot of pain when she was found, and a guy walking in the park saw her, and he called animal control, and they immediately picked her up and took her to the shelter. But they could tell that she'd been out there at least 2 weeks because of the amount of maggots that was on her.
You know, it speaks volumes for the man who called in, also
yes.
for the fact that the shelter took a look at this, and it could just have been just as easily just to say, you know, put her down.
That's what I said.
And
Marsha, I have a high respect for Marsha at the shelter, because she said, let's save this dog. She has a very strong will to live. I mean, she was wagging her tail. She was licking everybody. She wanted to live. It was obvious. And
since then, she's become the poster child for animal cruelty.
She's become the voice for other animals out there. People love her. I mean, all over North Carolina, people call and write us. They're in love with this dog because the miracle, number one, that she survived and the message that she speaks. But people are just like, I love that dog. I mean, I get calls all the time, emails and stuff, and people are just falling in love with her and for what she stands for.
Well, she's had some adventures. She's been to Raleigh.
Yes,
yeah, and
she did.
some other places too. Tell us about that. What's going on with that?
Well, we went to Raleigh, Susie's Law. We have a team, there's 4 of us, and of course we have coordinators in different counties as well. But we decided that we wanted to get the laws changed in North Carolina for animal cruelty, so that the judge would be able to give some jail time for people who do this. Because right now it's only probation. You know, it's a Class I felony, cruelty to animals, and that's only allows probation. And so we want to get it changed to a Class H so that the judge can give some jail time.
Who's sponsoring the bill, do you know?
Senator Don Vaughn.
And Don is from here in the Greensboro area.
Yes.
Used to be on the city council. His wife is now. And so he's kind of taking the lead in this and trying to push this through. And
Yes.
is it running into any roadblocks or anyone?
Well, we went through this to the city council and the county commissioners for a resolution to go to Raleigh, and we got there the first day. And Susie went to this part. We went to the Judiciary 1 committee, the House Judiciary 3 committee. I'm sorry, the House Judiciary 3 committee, and we passed through there. Just a little opposition, but we passed, and then it went to the House, and it passed unanimously in the House.
And
right now we're at Judiciary 1, Senate Rules Committee, and then it goes to the Senate floor.
And then after the Senate floor, it goes back to the House.
No, I think it goes to the governor.
Oh,
Purdue to sign the bill.
Great.
So we're almost there. They put us on a fast track so we could get this through quicker, because normally it does take quite a bit of time for that.
Yeah. And so you accomplished what you wanted to accomplish, which was to get a tougher law and to get something. Because to be honest with you, someone who does something like this deserves jail time.
They do,
I mean,
definitely. This is horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, this poor animal had to suffer.
And the bad part about it is studies have shown, too, that anybody who takes animals and is cruel to animals will more than likely be cruel to people as well.
That's what I was getting ready to say. There's statistics that's been done that shows that people who abuse this bad, what will they do next? People, murder, rape, all of that.
Yeah.
It's just sad.
Yeah.
And I think if we can stop the animal abuse, or at least, help some in that area, it would help in other areas as well with people.
Well, Susie, you got a dog that has every right to be suspicious, has every right to be afraid of people. She's not. She is a great spokesperson for making it happen. But you guys are trying to do a little bit more. You're trying to bring awareness all across the state, too.
Yes.
Now, tell us about that, what you're doing.
Yes, we're going to different counties, and we're going to whatever thing they have going on. We're going to a parade in September, just any kind of dog events they have going on. Schools, I've been to schools. I went to a school yesterday with the kids. I'm trying to educate the kids on animal abuse and, how to take care of a dog, don't mistreat a dog, how to approach a dog. Just trying to educate the public on things like that, especially children. They need to know that. And we're trying to educate the public, North Carolina citizens, on animal abuse, because people don't realize our laws, so we've really tried to make awareness of what's going on. And it really has brought a lot of awareness to the situation and to animal abuse everywhere. People call us all the time now reporting animal abuse.
Yeah, as they do us, and that's a good thing, and I'm glad to see that. In this particular case, though, you've got an animal that basically it looks pretty bad. I mean, what happened to her was bad.
Oh, yeah.
How do the kids receive this?
The kids, I'm careful about what I say to the kids because, I kind of like for their parents to explain that because, some parents don't want children at a certain age to know too much. But, we say Susie got hurt, and some of them already know, though, and they'll say, they'll tell their other classmates, she got burned. But kids are smart. They know, and they pick up on things. But I'm very careful what I say. But, I do tell them that she was hurt, and someone hurt her or someone mean hurt her,
What are some of the negatives that you're getting? What are some of the